Alright, we got a lot of things to open today, and I'm gonna try and get through them relatively quickly. We have a Stellar Crown Build-In Battle Box, we have a second Stellar Crown Build-In Battle Box, we have 6 loose Stellar Crown packs that came free because I purchased these back when it was still like a pre-release thing, and it was kind of late that it still happened to have some. And we have an ATB. Now, I've already done the Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ATB, and I did a video very similar to this one. Pretty identical to this one. ETB, 2 build-in battle boxes, yada yada. But it was the Pokemon Center version. Now we have the regular version. But I am hunting down specific cards. I already have the second most valuable card in the set, that being the Squirtle on screen here. Very beautiful card. I had no idea that it had that kind of value behind it whenever I first pulled it. But the third most valuable is actually the one that I would prefer, which is my little Bulbasaur boy. I mean, to be honest, the Squirtle one, artwork-wise, I kind of like more, but Bulbasaur's my boy. But, of course, you tend to want to go for, and yes, we have our Noctowl Jewel Seeker, which is just fitting, as I am the Junk Seeker. But I'll leave that sealed for now. I don't know if I want to keep it sealed with these things in there, but, I don't like that they started doing that. It's not a bad idea, it keeps it more protected, I guess. We have sleeves and energies, but the alternate art Terapagos is the other main goal. So if we can pull either of those today, I will consider this video a success. They put one of these in backwards. I think it's that one. I think it's supposed to face this way, but I could be wrong. So that's our goal, is Bulbasaur or Terapagos. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs here in this ETB. So we got some odds here today. We have, you know, some good chances at getting either one of those two. I'm not one of those collectors who, like, tries to go for the master set. I don't really have that kind of money to spend on this. But there are some sets where I try to reach a point where I consider it done in my head. And Dachshund EX as a full art. Not bad. Not new, I've already pulled it, but not bad. But I've already done so much Stellar Crown that I was like, this has to be one of those sets where I just kind of try to target down certain things. And those are the pretty much the last two things that, when pulled, I'll be like, yeah, I don't really need to pick up more if I see it out in the wild. Azumarill, Toedscruel, and the Bravery Charm as a golden trainer Pokemon tool. Not bad. I haven't gotten a golden rare in quite some time. So, cool. I'm happy about that. And Noctowl with the Jewel Seeker. I actually recently started playing Wayfinder since that game, like, failed as an MMO. But then, the story's interesting, the publisher just kind of threw the game at the developer. It's like, fine, it's yours. And the developer actually made the game good. It's no longer an MMO, it's like, it's multiplayer, but it's not an MMO. There's no more, like, battle passes and pay-to-win mechanics. There's only one DLC for the game, and it adds some cosmetics from the Critical Role show. So it's like a crossover DLC, and that's it. You can't throw any more money at the game. The game was like $30 at full price, and that DLC is like $10 because, like, they split the money with Critical Role. And then it's just an action RPG that you can play with friends. I know I'm trying to sell it here. The story's leading somewhere, I promise. I only recently started playing, but it's pretty good. Like, honestly, for $30, I would say it's worth your time. But all of that is to say, at the beginning of the game, spoilers for the first 20 minutes of gameplay, your character, whichever one you choose to play as at the beginning, you get more as you go, is kind of like an amnesiac, you know, typical anime story kind of deal. Like, oh, you lost all of your memories and your power with it, so you're weak now. That way we can put you at level 1 and you can actually experience the game while still having a backstory. There's a very loud plane going overhead. Like, surely that's picking up on the mic. But whenever you, like, kind of, like, wake up from this, like, amnesia thing, this lady, lady's just like, I'm sure you don't remember much, but you used to be a seeker, and one day you might be a seeker again.
It's best you see what's left of Skylight and meet other seekers. You were a seeker once. You've just forgotten.
And I'm like, but I've been a seeker since I've had this username since, like, the early, like, 2010s maybe even before 2010. Like, I'm still a seeker. You can't take that away from me, game. We have Metacham EX. So, like, you know, It's weird hearing my username in games when I've had it for this long, and it's not really that common of like a title in games, in my opinion. So it was just kind of like, hey, no, you can't argue with me. I've had this username longer than you were a failed MMO. Yeah, I remember when that game first launched. It was like a year ago. It was like a beta release MMO. But, like, it did terrible. Like, it had a very small player base because it was just, like, all pay to win. And so you only kept the attention of a handful of people. And we have the Deluxe Bomb as an A-Spec. Not bad. A-Specs are always kind of nice, even though I've learned that the value of them is much lower than I initially thought that they would be. But cool, an A-Spec that I haven't already pulled, I won't complain, and a Zeraora, one of my favorites. Yeah, game's not too bad for 30 bucks anyways. I don't think I would pay 70 for it. To be fair, you're hard to get me to pay 70 bucks for any game. I actually don't think I've ever purchased a $70 game. I don't think I ever have. I usually wait for sales and stuff, but like even then, like, you know, the 60 to 70, right? A lot of games are going up to $70 full price now instead of 60. Like, most of those games are just, like, not interesting enough for me to want to just, like, hop on it right now. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has been the biggest temptation for me, though. I mean, we're coming up on Christmas season. I'm a PC player. We're gonna move on to these 6... Actually, we'll do the 6 loose packs last. We'll do these Build and Battle boxes. That is the end of the ETB, though. I told you, my goal is to kind of get through this one a bit fast, because there are so many things here to open, and I am time limited. Like, you know, the Steam sales are always massive. I mean, as a PC player, you tend to get games for really cheap anyways, as long as you're willing to be a bit patient and, like, look around like third-party sites and all that as well. But even if you just stay first-party and just stay on Steam, like, you're gonna get some crazy deals. And, I mean, it's going on, like, Christmas season, so we're gonna have the Steam Winter Sale, and of course, the Steam Winter Sale is always phenomenal. So there's a good shot I could get Sparking Zero, you know, maybe at least like 10 bucks off. I'm really frugal when it comes to games, especially anymore where I just don't have the time that I used to play them. I mean, working a full-time job where most weeks I'm actually in overtime. And then, of course, running this YouTube channel. So we're just going to kind of look at the main thing here. That is the Stellar Crown Stamped Crabominable. Sadly, this is one of the 2 that I've already gotten. There should be 4 types in total, which means that I'm going to be missing at least 1 now. But then you just have a pretty basic, like, half deck here with a code card. But then, we have the 4 packs that come inside. But yeah, like, time for games is just difficult. One of the things that actually made it hard for me to keep up with the channel for a little bit is I actually got back into an Overwatch addiction. And, it kind of caused me to cut back on time to actually, you know, work on videos. Because, like, after I film, I have to do, like, color correction to, like, make the videos better before they're even transferred over to my PC. So the color correction can take hours. Then I have to transfer on my PC, which can, again, I film in 4K 60, so it can take hours. Then, you know, the actual editing process, I have to upload it, again, 4K 60, large file size. Then I have to, like, make a thumbnail for it, and I spend a lot of time on my thumbnails, most of the time. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to be creative. This one might end up being that case where I've kind of already done one like this. I kind of already burned my ideas for it. And we have the Lapras EX. I really like that card. It's just a very nice looking Terra type, in my opinion. Beautiful Lapras. But I also tend to make more than one thumbnail for each of my videos because you can do the test and compare feature now. So a lot of time goes into these. Like, the actual sitting down and recording is not only the most fun part, although I do like doing Photoshop, so the thumbnails can be fun. Not only just the most fun part, but it's also, like, the shortest part. Like, the actual filming process. So more of my time is spent doing the not fun stuff. And so it's easy to fall for the temptation of, why don't I just play a video game with my friends instead? And so my Overwatch addiction got really bad. Don't worry, I'm not spending money on skins and crap. Even if I wanted to, they're so expensive. Like, if they made them, if they cut the price of skins in half, I might actually have a problem, because I might actually be tempted to spend money. But as they are, like, so expensive that, like, no, I'm not tempted. Blizzard is getting none of my money because they're charging too much. They're being too greedy. And we have the Metatite Trainer Gallery. Not bad, but I already have him. We're just not getting either of my pulls today, are we? That's that whole Build a Metal box done. On to the next one. But yeah, I actually haven't played in a bit. I have a friend that I tend to play with, and for a while there, we were playing together like multiple times a week for hours. And then she got mad at me the other day because she was just like, it was like, hey, like I'm still playing like every day. Why am I not ever seeing you on? And I was like, because I'm not playing, because I got over my addiction temporarily. It'll come back. I know it will. I've been playing since release day. The addiction's going to come back eventually. Because my problem is it'll start with like a friend wanting to play, and I'll play with them, and then I'll, for, a couple sessions, and then I start like playing, solo, and then I start getting into comp, and that's where the problems start. I start playing competitive and like trying to rise in competitive, and I'll end up spending like hours a day, which I don't even have time for. Just grinding out competitive. And we have the Bouffalant. God, that sucks.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, we got the Bouffalant and the Crab Brawler. We got both of them last time, too. Oh, that hurts so much. I'm so upset. I collect stamped cards. I'm upset that we got duplicates of both times. Yeah, I actually, like, considered streaming Overwatch, but let's be honest, how many of you would watch? Like, it just isn't worth it getting the stream set up for it. It's not even like a financial thing, it's just the time to put into it, like, versus streaming to nobody, right? Like, I've done that before. I used to be a Twitch streamer back in the day. It's been years now. I had those streams earlier on, Blastoise EX. Had those streams earlier on where I would, like, stream to nobody, and those sucked. I hated it. I guess with, like, Overwatch, it wouldn't be as bad, because I'm gonna be more engrossed in the game anyways, but I don't know, this isn't worth it, at least right now. We have the Choodle, and look, see, now that I'm talking about it, I'm gonna be, like, convincing myself to play it again. I just need to stop talking about it. We have the Grimmsnarl, but at least it isn't a financial investment for me. It's not like I haven't spent money on it in the past, right? Like, maybe like a year ago, I might have made a purchase. I don't know. It's not often. Usually this ends up being the battle pass, and I have a role for myself where I won't buy it unless I've completed it. We have the Sparkling Crystal as a spec, which we've also already pulled. But like, you can still grind it out for free, although it takes longer. And I won't buy it unless I've completed it, because in my opinion, if you're not getting the full value out of it, why are you buying it? So like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it, because I don't know if I have that kind of time to put into it. And so there have been seasons where, like, I have been actively playing, but I didn't get it because I didn't have, what I needed. But the last 2 seasons I played, because you can, like, earn coins as you play. I've actually, like, not had to put money into it. I just had enough to just pick it up for free. Applin, Joltik, and the Bouffalant. We're down to our last 6 packs. We haven't gotten either of the 2 cards I was aiming for. I'm gonna have to buy more Stellar Crown. Like, maybe these 6 loose packs are gonna be the answer that I'm looking for. Like, maybe this is gonna be the solution. We're gonna get both right here. Just you wait. Blastoise EX again. I mean, getting a starter as an EX is not bad, right? Get a duplicate of it. When the day comes that I go to retire, those Blastoises can make up a total of $1.20. I don't actually know what they're worth. For my retirement fund. We have Glameow, Charge-a-Bug, Hoodoo, the Grubbin, Glass Trumpet, Diancie, Area Zero, Underdepths, Rhyhorn, Reverse Togedemaru, and a Hollow Lydian. Then we have our Lapras. I have to wonder how viable it would be to retire off of this stupid crap that I collect, right? Like, how much could I actually realistically get for all of it? Like, obviously, if you're trying to min-max, you gotta sell as singles, man. Carvine, Gulpin, and the Cinderace EX Terra-type. Actually don't think I have this one yet. So hey, we're getting, more of the set completion. Not bad. Happy to have that one. Still not my Bulba Boy, or the Alt-Art Terapagos, but it is a Cinderace. Here's our code card. We have the Wooloo, Sandlit, Diplin, Pansear, Swalot, Pyappa Berry, Minshao, Driplin, Vikavolt, and the Rhyperior Hollow. Next up, we have the Cinderace pack, ironically. Let's pull that one out. We have the Glossifer, Electabuzz, Comfey, Eevee, Koraidon, Pyappa, Berry, Tornadus, Metacham, Briar, and Iron Boulder. So, our final pack. I mean, the chances are next to none, right? Like, so little hope of this actually being anything. All I'm saying is, you can have Bulbasaur in the reverse slot, then Terapagos in the rare slot. That's all I'm saying. Maybe this one pack is all that we actually needed. And I didn't need to buy anything else. Okay, well, that's Ponyta. Not quite what I was hunting.
Jewel Seeker.
I was seeking some jewels. I was. Those jewels, right there. These ones. This guy. This guy. I was seeking this jewel. The little guy up there. That's what I was looking for. That guy back there. We got a Noctowl. Oh, I punched my camera. Let's be honest. It wouldn't be a Junk Seeker video if I didn't punch my camera once in a while. Alright. Time for the bonus card of the day. Maybe it's in here. Maybe they're... No, they're not. I didn't buy those. But bonus card of the day explanation down there in the corner. Pulling from the back. Ooh, this card looks a bit weathered. We have some whitening and stuff, but it's almost like a texture to it. It's kind of aged a bit, so I'm not going to assume it's past 2020. It's not that old either. I'm gonna go 2018. We're gonna go back a bit. Oh. Well, I guess 2000 is close, right? You know, only 18 years off. It's a bit beat, right? It's not perfect condition. Mostly, like, down here, and then, like, some hollow kind of coming through on the edge here, which didn't happen in some of these older, like, Wizards cards. But we have the hollow Ninetales from base set 2, which does explain the kind of texture-y, thing I was referring to with the back of the card. It's a Wizards card. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have it. It's not a first edition or anything, but, I mean, it's a very iconic card from my childhood, at least. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, check out some more content. Up here, I'm gonna have the other Stellar Crown video that I did, and over here, I'm going to have a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos if you feel like binging something in the background. Either way, I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and hopefully, I will see all of you next time. Goodbye for now.